Today, I'm Dr. Ann Mary Montero, coming to you with Psychology Works, ways to help harness our brain know-how and leverage this quickly to your advantage. I am coming to you today with some quick tips and actual practice on how to do progressive muscle relaxation. This is an easy technique that you can do in the privacy of your own home, even silently and without others knowing what you're doing, to help leverage your body's own inner intelligence to minimize stress and anxiety reactions that can unfurl throughout our body like a cascading reaction or series of explosions that can set off fireworks and have far-reaching effects. Most of us know this fight or flight response well. It's a reaction that cascades from our brain down to our gut and emanates out to the rest of our body from there, and can feel awfully distressing with elevated heart rate, elevated acceleration of breath, elevated muscle tension, even some sweaty or shakiness, and usually acceleration of thought as well. People typically will have thought that orients them to the future or things that could go wrong. We call this catastrophized thinking, when it's like a snowball rolling down a hill to a feared outcome. That's often, by the way, vague and unspecific, and in doing so feels all the more scary. So we want to help dial back the body and brain's reaction to that. One easy way to do this is through progressive muscle relaxation. So I'm going to begin with a couple of cleansing breaths, walk you through. This is a systematic responsive pattern of tuning into a part of our bodies, focusing on what that sensation and perception is like from that part of our bodies, and then systematically tensing and releasing that part of our bodies, which should feel like a long massage. Should feel like a progressive sensation of relaxation to flow throughout the body. And commonly, as I'm doing this in the office with patients, they will fall asleep. Which I always consider a great success. Many professionals like people to fall asleep on them, but in this circumstance, I absolutely do. The more you can relax, the better. So feel free to use this as a recording or something that can allow you, whether trying to help yourself go to sleep or have a meditative moment, or in moments of stress that you need to allow your body to kind of unfurl. The intention is to help activate the parasympathetic calming part of our nervous system that reliably, responsibly comes to our aid when we need it most. So in order to do that, let's take in some cleansing breaths. I typically teach people to the rhythm of 3, 3, 5. So in through our nose for 3, down to the lower lobes of our lungs for 3 and hold, and out through our lips for 5. Or longer. If you can get your body to continue to exhale, as I've been doing this for 20 years, but the longer I do this, I can get up to 14, 19 on the exhale. So allow your body to just sink into this and purse your lips to regulate that outflow of breath. So as you take in those deep breaths and allow your body, ideally in a quiet, maybe even dark, comfortable environment, you might allow your body to get comfortable lying flat. You can take in those cleansing breaths in and hold and exhale. And in and hold and slowing the exhale. And again, in, hold, and out. Let's imagine beginning as you continue that deep breathing with concentrated focus in our scalps. You can imagine tuning into that part of our bodies. And as you pay conscious awareness, conscious attention to that part of our body, you can imagine being able to visualize what it's like inside your body, under your skin. You can imagine if your scalp is tight and tense, with the muscles reddened from tension and being held. Focus down to your forehead and across to your temples, Imagine under your skin, is your brow furrowed? Are those muscles knotted or accustomed to being knotted? Do you have any sensation of pain or discomfort that you can tune in? Be mindful of what it feels like from your temples all the way around your scalp to the back of your head. And as you tune into this part of your body, if you can consciously drop your energy and tense and tighten those muscles, squinching your eyes closed, allowing your body to feel almost like a sheet that you could pull with your fist and tighten and wad up, and then release. And allow your brow to unfurl. Feel smoothness passing across your forehead. And allow that smooth, tingly, relaxed feeling now to penetrate from your temples around the sides of your head. And one more time, if you can pull your forehead together tight, knit your brow, squint your eyes tightly as you can, and release. And allow your tingly, newly oxygenated blood to flow from around your eye sockets, across your forehead, across the top of your scalp, unobstructed now, freshly nourished, that newly oxygenated blood. You can now imagine traveling mentally from your forehead, down the sides of your temples, to your jaw, where you can envision having a peek inside to see how tense or tight those muscles are. Tune into any sensation of discomfort, possibly a deep ache, as many of us clench our jaw even unknowingly throughout the day or grind our teeth at night. You may be aware of those sensations as you tune in and try to gather your energy now, pulling your jaw tight to clench your teeth, grit your jaw and set it firmly to feel that tension radiating up into your temples, around your ears, and even down into your neck, and release. And allow your body to relax and your jaw to fall slack. As we go to repeat that process and you gather up all the energy around your mouth, all the work it does for you all day long, you can now imagine tuning into those very corner sockets of your jaw as you go to pull in tightly and clench. Feel that strain rising all the way up to your forehead and the back of your head, down your neck, and release. Almost like water washing away. You can feel that tingly sensation now flowing through your jaw, up into your temples and forehead, through even your sinus cavity. Now around your ears, feeling that relaxed, heavy sensation. You can imagine that relaxed flow now coming down into your neck, where we're going to tune in to where most of us carry a great deal of strain. It's common with worry, or with tense body postures, or even just poor posture, having extra tension as we carry our jaw forward and don't use our core muscles to elevate our body. Our necks work overtime. If you can imagine tuning in from your ears, down the sides of your neck, all the way to your collarbone, and from what I call your occipital pits, the nape of your neck, down the back of your neck, you can envision wrapping like a collar around and peeking in to see what it's like on the inside of your body. You can envision those muscles red and maybe even swollen, full of congestion. Tune into what it feels like in your own body. Notice any sensations specific to areas of your neck. What parts feel the most discomfort? What parts feel the most congestion? You may even be able to tune into temperature differential. Be aware of what your neck feels like as you go to gather your energy and now tense. Pull your shoulders up toward your ears. You might even pull your neck back and allow your body to feel that tension and release. Let your shoulders fall, relax down at your sides. And as you do, pay attention to that tingly, fresh sensation crawling up the back of your neck to your skull. As you do, you might imagine shower water passing gently and unobstructed from the top of your scalp all the way down the back of your head, flowing through your neck, past your shoulders, and gently carrying that tension away, washing away that residue from strain and anxiety. As we one more time go to gather your energy in your shoulders and neck and pull that up and hold your body tense. And if you can't even imagine if you had angel wings where you would pull them back and pinch them together, pull your shoulders taut and release. And now feel that relaxed, tingly sensation coming like water flowing unobstructed down the back of your neck, across your shoulders, down your shoulder blades or your angel wings, and allowing that warm, tingly sensation to flow now through the back, your upper back, and now penetrating through your chest to your heart. As you can envision in the front of your heart, front of your chest, up to your collarbones, to your shoulders and your upper arms. Envision the tension that your body may be feeling. I know my body tends to curl forward as I sit to do work. You may have a sense of constriction or congestion across this front part of your body. There may be a heavy feeling in some chests. There may be a sense of tightness or a burning sensation with anxiety or pain. If you can gently, with kind, conscious awareness, tune into your own body without judgment, just simple awareness, focusing in on where you may feel discomfort or any type of sensation, recognizing where that feeling has come from before, where you recognize it from, and allowing your body to tune in now to gather up your energy. And imagine, if you can, arching your shoulders forward, pulling in your elbows even toward the center of your body to feel that tension gathered up in the front center of your chest, and release. As you do, imagine that warm shower water now flowing down the nape of your neck, unobstructedly across your shoulders, down the front of your chest, and flowing down almost like a magnetic pole that it could extract tension and worry and strain, and lift that right off your chest, carrying that away from your body, emanating out into the atmosphere around your body and allowing it to flow away and release. One more time, let's gather up our energy in our chest to pull forward, into your elbows, into your core of your body, and release. And now allow your shoulders to stretch back, feel unobstructed and open to the air that can now even more freely enter into your lungs and circulate through your body and pass unobstructed to nourish all four corners of your person. As you mindfully pay attention to the center of your body, I'd invite you to travel mentally down to the center of your being. In the center of your abdomen, your core self, around which sit all of your digestive organs, your abdominal muscles, your abdominal cavity, your middle and lower back, and your pelvis. I treat patients who often have deep abdominal pain, some intermittent, some persistent, some twinges at times of stress, others unfortunately very lasting. And tune in and pay attention to what you're feeling in the core of your body. Notice the residual sensation that you have had after times of stress or times of being on, times your body's had to be in motion or busy with an activity that you haven't had the luxury of attention to focus on what your body's been feeling in its core. And as you tune into this sensation, if you can imagine having the power to gather up the energy in the center of your body, almost like a sheet that you could pull together and twist and knot together as you clench your abdominal muscles and contract them in, holding them tight to the center of your core, feeling that radiate around your ribs to the center of your back, radiating to your low back as you hold that tight and release. Allow your body to feel that letting go sensation now from your shoulders, your collarbone, all the way down your ribs. Each one now a little bit looser, a little bit less glued into your body, with this deep sinking feeling of peace and calm that's now like a feather floating down to the ground, or a tub of water draining slowly down. You can imagine that sinking feeling, even with your favorite color, that you could now envision tingly or soothing, passing from your chest down through the middle of your body, into your lower abdominal cavity, and now to your pelvis and hips. And one more time, let's gather up our energy. And imagine, if you will, that that's like a garden hose being wound tight, or a paper that you could crumple and hold, wad up in your hands as you clench those abdominal muscles. Hold that all the way to your back and release. And allow your body now to experience that tingly sensation of newly oxygenated blood that is flowing now even more freely from your clavicle, through your chest, through your sternum and diaphragm, around all your digestive organs, around all your reproductive organs, around your abdominal wall. Now smooth, if you can imagine seeing from the inside out, that pink, smooth wall from the inside that's now without wrinkle, like the paper you could envision smoothing with your hands, unwrinkled, unfolded, or a sheet that you had wadded up in your fist. You can imagine smoothing with the palms of your hands, and as you do, feeling that lowering sensation of calm flowing now from your chest down through the middle of your body into your seat, now passing down into your legs. And as you mentally travel down your legs, I'd invite you to take that favorite color or the feeling of a sinking cloud and envision that like a line flowing down and down and down gradually past your thighs. Let's invoke our arms while we're at it. Imagine your thighs to your knees and calves and ankles. Now with that heavy concentration of color down by your ankles and feet. And just so from your shoulders down your upper arms, see that color sinking down, or that cloud line floating, being pulled down, like you see clouds moving across the sky. You can envision that now to your elbows and your forearms and down to your wrists and hands. And often in our hands and feet, we carry tension or strain from all the work that they do for our bodies throughout the day, but also from stress and that fight or flight response that knots up our body and pulls our muscles taut. So as you tune in, I'd invite you to pay attention to what you're feeling in the palms of your hands. Notice any sensation on the skin. If there is a tingly sensation, as I call this to mind, many of you may actually be aware of a light, fluttery feeling on the skin of the surface of your hands. And you could invite that sensation to travel out your fingers, down to your knuckles, and your finger ends, all the way out your fingertips, flowing into the room. And similarly with your feet, I invite you to bring your attention from your ankles, through all of the complex bones of our feet, past the arches to the soles, out the metatarsals, out your tips of your toes into the atmosphere, as you can envision that color cloud. Let's now gather up the energy, and if you can envision clenching your hands and arching your feet and hold that sensation tight, tight, and release. And as you unfurl your hands, you can tune into that likely sensation of freshly infused, oxygen-infused blood tingling across the surface of your palms, all the way to your fingertips. And as you one more time clench your hands and arch your feet, hold that tight and release. And allow your body to feel that unobstructed flow of both your blood and your energy passing out from your hands to your fingers and fingertips and your ankles to your feet, arches and soles, and out your toes, emanating into the floor beneath you, sinking away, unobstructed, far from your body, safely to be deposited away from you. And if you can now mentally invite that color to travel mentally back up with you from your feet, all the way up through your calves, around your knees. And as it travels up, imagine bringing with it a sensation of well-being. Like paint, if it's spilled, it would coat surfaces deeply and opaquely. You can imagine your favorite color now being painted up your legs and being pulled up around your knees, painting over your thighs, past your hips, now coming up your abdominal cavity and up your back. You can imagine a sensation of well-being being painted on the inside as well. You can imagine like a comb smoothing through your muscles, or a color cloud gently floating back up, up and away. You can feel that color line moving up through the center of your body, like water filling a tub. You can envision that color and that sensation coming with it, coming up now past your stomach, into your chest, filling with it a sensation, flooding of wholeness and healing and well-being, the heavy feeling of peace that you can now allow to sink around your stomach, encircle your heart, flow into your chest. That sensation of core goodness is at the center of each human being. You can tune into that feeling and know that it is yours to tap at any time. You can remind yourself through this exercise or any other means effective for you, that sensation of whole wellness is yours. And how good it feels to be reminded of that in the center of our chests. As you take in another deep breath, you can imagine that like a pump now filling your lungs with air and pushing that color up through the top of your chest, out your shoulders, up through your arms, now flowing up your neck into the base of your skull and flooding your brain with newly oxygenated blood and that sensation of happy well-being. Even just a drop of that can make a major difference in our body's ability to engage parasympathetic calming, natural relaxation, and whole wellness. And you can imagine that feeling being painted back up your skull, flowing up through your hair, around your ears, coming up the sides of your temple, being painted gently across your forehead, around your eye sockets and sinuses, and now being drawn up the center of your face, your forehead, top of your head, and your crown at the very top of your body, where you can imagine that favorite color being released into the atmosphere, emanating forth from your body with wholeness and wellness and a sensation of tingly, fresh cleansing, that you have now accomplished head to toe with a feeling of goodness and ease that is yours for the keeping. I'd remind you, you can bring this up at any time for free or in times of need, privately, allowing your body to use its natural intelligence to sink into a place of calm and self-soothing. So I'd invite you to take last 2 cleansing breaths to help allow, as you exhale, any last residue of distress or muscle strain to just evaporate right out of your body, evaporate into the atmosphere around you. And with the last deep breath, remind yourself that this sensation is yours. And as you count backward from 5, to recenter yourself into the room and into your current reality. At 5, tuning into the sensation of your body against the couch or wherever you're sitting. At 4, becoming consciously aware of the sounds in your environment, perhaps a clock ticking or wind at your windows, some sounds in the distance. At 3, tuning into any smells, particular experience in the room where you are. At 2, becoming consciously aware of my presence here with you and my intention, my full intention for your good, for your healing and well-being. And at 1, when you're ready, to gently open your eyes and take in the light and the space between us. So I'd invite you to repeat this exercise if it was at all helpful to you, knowing that this is one of many skills that we can leverage to help our bodies and our minds feel better. So from my mind to yours, this is Dr. Montero. I wish you well.